Greetings, gentle viewers!
And howdy!
Last time, we ran into Cedric and had quite a lot to say, and then the episode ended abruptly. So we're gonna try to start this episode by not saying anything and beginning abruptly. But that's really hard. We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm We Squared.
I'm the Opinionator.
I know that look in your eye. You're about to go into a lecture, aren't you? No, David, we're supposed to start abruptly. You mind keeping it down over there? I'm trying to relax. You're one popular guy, ain't ya, Mr. Hero?
Not among you!
And that prince, he's a pushy little brat, ain't he?
No comment, primarily because I may get arrested if I do. Ash, were you watching?
Only after Vanda and the others barged in.
Were you sitting on this bench the whole time? Like they barged in and you were just like whistling up and walked and sat down on the bench and nobody noticed?
Yeah. You sure you want to turn down his offer like that? I have no ulterior motives to getting you out of this school. Well, I'd hate to see you escape from here and trade up like that. But at the same time, I sure as hell wouldn't shed a tear if you left.
Just please don't mention this to anyone else, okay? Especially Muse.
Oh, she already knows.
Of course you're doing work. Toa, are you putting together our travel plans for Crossbell?
That's right. I've got the basics locked down already, so I'm just working out the finer details now.
I see. Thank you for tackling that.
Oh, please. Planning's just what I do, along with everything else. Anyway, Crossbell, huh? Prince Cedric obviously surprised me, but it's Yuna who I'm really worried about.
I can relate. I'll be sure to keep an eye on her, don't worry. I shouldn't force myself to talk about my invitation to the main campus.
What? Reen talk about his problems to his friends? Preposterous.
Exactly that. Toa, I appreciate all this, but try to get some rest tonight. We don't want you burning out now. Speaking of burning out, I'm gonna run around and do a lot of work.
I know. Thanks for worrying about me, Reen.
Oh, Schwarzer. I hear the Crown Prince himself invited you to go join the main campus. How did I hear that, you may ask? How indeed. Word travels fast. Through my ears. When I am spying on you.
That is where words go, yes.
Yeah, it really took me by surprise. Seems like His Highness's whims are causing you no end of headaches.
Another Arnor family specialty.
I had heard of the prince's change in personality, but seeing it firsthand is rather shocking. On the other hand, it's good to see him with some fire in his eyes. I was just as shocked as you, but more or less I agree. In any event, I'm sure you'll be seeing more of His Highness in the future. Regardless of whether you stay here or go to the main campus, if you want to be a positive influence on him, you must lead by example. Yeah, understood. That means no more namby-pamby wallowing around in self-pity.
If it were that easy.
Wayne! Wayne, buddy! You need some help? Stand right there! Yeah! Okay, now who am I kidding?
You missed. Almost got it.
Doing some solo swimming practice? Pretty impressive, Wayne.
Oh, Instructor Schwarzer.
I don't know if impressive is the right word. I can't even swim 40 R's yet.
Maybe that's because you're stuffing your face right before jumping into the water, cramping and sinking like a stone, and you do an enormous amount of weight training so your muscles are all extremely sore and you have no stamina left. And so when your problem is the lack of stamina, maybe you should train for that. Okay, am I making myself clear?
You've thought about this way longer than I have. But if my muscles are bigger, won't I float better?
We're gonna start over at the beginning, Wayne.
Between Stark's guidance and all the books I've read, it should be a piece of cake by now. But I still can't quite make it. My goal's always just 2 kicks away.
Look, Wayne, this is the problem that you always have. You're just starting out. Have realistic expectations and maybe let yourself rest a few times. You can't worry about stuff like that.
But Stark spent so much time trying to teach me to swim. I can't let all that go to waste.
But
There's no way I'd be able to compete the way I am.
you really care about your friends, don't you? I'd like to help him, but I don't have time for frickin' Wayne!
Oh,
Of course I have time! Come on, Wayne. We're gonna go with the man-way method. It seems like it's very much your style.
yes!
I can help you out if you don't mind. It's more fun to train with someone else anyway, right?
You mean it? Oh, everything burns.
Is something wrong?
I told you everything burns. I might have overdone my weight training last night and every night.
Ugh, it's always the same problem, Wayne!
But I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I've still got more than enough strength to swim, I hope.
5 minutes later, Reed has to pull Wayne out of the pool. I didn't expect you to be so sore, but I only didn't expect that because I haven't been paying attention to all of our interactions. Maybe we should reschedule. Actually, I seem to remember.
Yeah, he's about to mention the man-way method.
This kind of reminds me of when Instructor Neidhart taught us to swim through the man-way method. What do you call that exercise he made us do? Limit breakers? No, that really seems like it'll work for Wayne because it's a type of training that makes sense to the way he thinks and operates.
He already does half of it. He just needs to do the other half.
Actually, that might just be what... BSG! Quit saying what's about to happen!
Never. Instructor Schwarzer?
All right. Brace yourself, Mr. Wayne, because we're gonna train you hard today.
Why are you talking like there's more than one of you?
Shut up, Wayne! I'm gonna push you to your very limits and then straight through them. See? I said I, not we. Is that better?
Instructor, this isn't like you.
Are you prepared to suffer, you wimpy little blonde boy?
I don't have a choice in that. But I like it. Bring on the pain.
Oh, there'll be pain, all right. And so, Wayne trained himself to his absolute limits under the watchful eye of Reen and the man-way method. Then... Hey, he can still stand.
It's because all my joints are locked into place.
I think you might be at your limit. That means it's time to really get started.
I can still go.
No, that's quitter talk. I've got this.
Your persistence is impressive. But that's enough warming up.
Warming up?
Oh, and just so you know, the last part of your training is a race against me.
That's right. Reen is so badass, he swims with his glasses on.
Well, I can't take him off. I can't take him off, all right?
What?
Since this is the end of our session, you better give this race everything you've got left. And you better win, kid!
Yes, sir!
How'd this work? You just hit the button in timing, something like that? Yeah, I can redo it if I fail. Control Wayne and beat Reed? Yeah!
I love that we're always playing the students against Reen.
I love how it's Wayne, you know?
Yeah!
Oops. God, I suck.
You're winning.
As long as I won, that's all that matters. But that was terrible.
Now on free days, you can play the swimming minigame. I won?
Good job, Wayne!
You must have been sandbagging on me, right, Instructor Reen?
I'll admit, I was going easy on you at first, but I was swimming at full speed by the end. You really made progress.
You're too kind. I still have a lot of training to do.
By the way, you finally swam 40 yards, man.
I really did! You helped me achieve my goal in just one day of training. Thank you so much, Instructor Reed.
Just doing my job. That said, This was all you, Wayne. You put the effort in. You made this happen. I just yelled at you a lot off camera.
Thank you, instructor.
Come to think of it, I guess I yelled at you a lot on camera too.
What a blessing in disguise this branch campus has turned out to be.
Oh yeah?
I was mortified when I first heard I was enrolled at the wrong campus.
You made a mistake?
Well, there was a B when I was filling out my paperwork.
What do you mean? And what do you mean a B?
Well, I was supposed to be enrolled at the main campus, but due to a clerical error, my name ended up in the branch campus's books.
Oh, so it wasn't your fault. Of course it wasn't your fault. It was something bad that happened
Outside of his control.
to him.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that could happen. You told the faculty when you realized what happened, right?
I did, yes. They told me I could transfer out, but I thought this has to be a trial, much like most of my life, and chose to stay. A theory that was borne out on the first day when the principal said the school was a trash bin.
Yeah, well, I gotta admit, that took me by surprise too. But I've gotta ask, Wayne, why are you so hard on yourself?
When life is so hard on me, I have to be too.
I don't mean any offense, but wouldn't it be easier to just lighten up a little? Remove the stick, use the stick to swing at that bee that's always chasing you?
I wish I could, but it's in my blood.
You have bees and sticks in your blood? Oh my god, we've got to take you to the hospital!
It's very distressing. My father's a military man. Former 5th Armored Division, actually.
Oh, they're the ones who vanished with Guerrilla Fortress during the war. They all came back.
That's right. Or at least they did for a while. My dad was found, alive and well.
Now that's crazy, because nobody knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about this. I suppose the reason they reappeared was that the power that was used was no longer in effect.
And so it reversed it?
But it didn't reverse anything with the fortress itself, just the people.
Well, it might have to do with living things versus inanimate things.
Or maybe very specifically, it's what she wanted to have happen.
A soul is tempered by trials overcome, and being shunted into another dimension will temper your soul. That's my family's motto.
That is not a useful motto. Half of it seems fine, but then we get this other dimension stuff. How often do things like this happen to your family, Wayne?
No, that wasn't part of the motto. That was an example of the motto.
So you already messed up the motto? You're gonna have to practice your own motto until you get it right. You understand? We're gonna do that with the man-way method.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a lot to live up to.
Be that as it may, I have no regrets about choosing the branch campus. Thanks in no small part to you, Instructor Reen. I look forward to your future guidance.
Well, I look forward to guiding you.
Well, good. We're both looking forward to it then.
You want to fight?
Let's go!
No, I really do like Wayne.
I like all the students, frankly.
Yeah! All right, I'll bite. What are you doing here? Well, I came along to use some of the tools here, but seems like something's went down inside. That aside, it's hard to believe how many genius engineers we got here. There's Professor Schmidt and Tita Russell, not to mention Mint as well. It's honestly mind-blowing. We're supposed to be the trash bin campus. I cannot lose to them. I may not be able to invent a robot, but maybe I can make one transform into a train. Well, maybe I could just make a model train then. At the very least, I gotta become number one when it comes to trains!
Shine on, you crazy diamond. Mint and Professor Schmidt seem to go together as well as oil and water, but I think there's more to their relationship than just that. In any case, I don't think anyone can throw Professor Schmidt for a loop as much as Mint does.
Ha! I see! The perfect assistant for Schmidt.
Well, seems like something happened again back there. Their expressions are totally opposite. What did you do to my Panzer Soldat? Huh? The energy grid's maintenance hatch isn't opening. What are you doing, you imbecile? It's locked! You need to use the master key to open it!
I like how he's actually supervising this too.
Oh right, I couldn't find it, so I tried to whack it with a wrench. But now that I'm thinking about it, I might have dropped it down there. That'd explain all that clanking I heard. How could you be so... If you start it up now, it might cause a short. Transmit an emergency unlock code from the dedicated terminal. The authentication code is on my desk. And then go into the corner and think about what you've done. Really? Whew, I'm saved.
He's gonna blow up his computer.
Thanks a million, Schmitty. Schmidt. I make the Schmidt jokes around here. I am Professor Schmidt.
Are we sure they're not related?
Adios, as my Schmidtness, I'm going to kill this girl.
Are these two gonna be okay working with each other? Yeah, probably.
Why must this girl hinder me at every turn? If this keeps up, I'll have no choice but to call Makarov over from the main campus and have him take care of her instead. Hey, Irene! I was gonna do some maintenance on Draki, but then I ran into a bit of trouble. But it all worked out. I'm glad the professor's so nice.
You are literally the only person on Adios's green earth that thinks that. Well, I'm glad you were able to prevent a major accident in the training by causing the Draken to explode.
Hey, Instructor Schwarzer! I was just looking at these fish here, and I'm kind of curious how the heck they stack them. I mean, isn't it kind of weird that they don't really fit in the boxes? Just kind of like they're separate layers or something in some sort of graphical rendering of a video game, maybe?
It's like they're very stiff.
Okay.
Right. Wasn't that interesting? So, Freddy, what's up?
I came by to look for rare ingredients and spices. This place has an amazing selection.
I guess if you ever needed a stiff board fish, this is the place to go.
So many flavors from the East, yet to be tasted. So many bugs from the East, yet to be tasted.
Just watch out for bats and pangolins from the East. You might get some kind of virus.
I can feel the gastronomic muses bubbling up inside me.
Or maybe it's just diarrhea from your odd diet.
I'm better now.
Freddy and Eastern ingredients. I'm kind of worried what sort of chemical monstrosities might arise from this.
Let's see. What if I take this dried fish and put it with this acerbic tomato? Use something gastronomic. Pablo, huh? Well, it's good to see you're having fun. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, I haven't paid you for the drink yet. Hey, don't worry about it. It's on me. If you want to pay me back, let's have another chat sometime. Oh, sure thing. Ah, youth. I guess this is one way to enjoy it.
Gossiping about liking Pablo? Is that it, Valerie?
No. But you know, maybe this isn't so bad.
Oh, hey, Monk. You picked up Vantage Masters? Ready to lose to me?
Come on, Reen. Don't take my cards. They're expensive. I have so little money as it is with my cigarette addiction. I've been interviewing Thor's branch campus students to come up with new material. They're all just so interesting. But, you know, so many of them are talking about Vantage Masters.
It's a really fun game. It's a shame that there's no opponent AI in this game.
You play too, don't you, Reen?
I'm not that good, but technically yes.
Well, if you want to get better, I'm your man. I don't have many cards yet, but I've always been good at these sorts of games.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, let's go.
Please have mercy.
All right, Monk. I will not lie. You were the toughest opponent I have faced.
Why, thanks.
You posed literally no challenge to me, and I easily defeated you. But you were the toughest opponent I've faced, and you had the best card quality of any opponent I've faced.
I'll take what I can get. Oh.
Just what I'd expect.
Perhaps I'm also praising Monk because he's using some of the better cards that I'm using, like Reku and Blix. Well, look, Reku is a 1/1 for 1, and when it dies, you draw a card.
Oh no, that is completely useful.
Basically, it cycles through your cards to get to more valuable cards. Sometimes your enemies will be distracted by it, and I literally don't mind if I fling it against something, do 0 damage, and it dies, because I'm playing it to die.
Right,
You want to cycle through your cards to get to the ones that are valuable. This is like having 3 less cards in your deck, which is actually better.
Right, because that means you're going to get the ones that you want quicker.
Right, and Monk used them too. That's
Yes.
good. I get that you start with this card, but that doesn't mean it's not an awesome card. And Blix is ranged, and it has a power of 3.
Really strong.
It has literally won every single match of this game I have ever played. And he used them too. They never got to shoot at me because I killed them with mine.
That's beside the point.
That is beside the point. At least Monk was smart enough to use the good cards.
I don't care if he's a crown prince or not. Who the hell does he think he is? The crown prince?
Yes, actually, that's the thing.
Ugh, I hate the way that snobby little runt called us one of his newer provinces. You don't own us.
Well, that was a really gigantic dick move. That's right, Yuna. You show those pancakes how mad you are. Yuna, you should slow down. If you eat carbs every time you're angry, you're gonna weigh like 450 pounds by next year.
Well, what else am I supposed to...
Or you'll be dead.
Okay, stop, throat. Give me something to drink.
I'm not going to give you anything. You have a drink right in front of you. Ah, what did I tell you? Come on.
Anyway, Instructor Reed, you aren't going to end up taking Kurt and Altina with you to the main campus, are you?
I am, and not only that, I am gonna leave you here.
And just when I was starting to think we were really going to be something together, too.
Yuna?
Never mind. Damn it, I can't stand that guy's attitude. Jeez, seriously pisses me off.
Okay, I better not tell her that our next field exercises are in Crossbell then, or she'll eat me like a stack of pancakes. Hey Stark, you looking for rocket launchers and grenades? This one's from around S1100, but it's not quite the one I'm looking for. That's like 106 years old. It's pretty good. Still, I have to say, I'm impressed with the selection here. It makes me curious what the main store has to offer.
Well, you're in luck.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna find out what the main store in Nine Valley has. Oh, Instructor Reed, can I help you? Oh no, I was just wondering what got your attention. Something about 100 years old? Are those antique playing cards? Oh, I like your taste in hobbies.
You want to play Vanish Master?
See? It's an antique. Antiques are like history. I'm a history teacher. This is great. It's not really a hobby. I'm just looking for something. It's a deck of 36 cards. It was pretty common in Jirai a long time ago. I heard the number of cards in a deck used to differ from region to region. For instance, in Advantage Master's deck, there's only 20 cards.
We're not talking about Advantage Masters.
Jirai, huh? Come to think of it, that's where Crow grew up. In all honesty, I've half given up at this point. But if you ever happen to find it, hint hint, please let me know. Yeah, okay, I'll keep it in mind. A 36-card deck of antique cards. Wonder what that means. Are you tending the store?
Yes.
What can I buy? That is a hard-working dog. Jingo, Cerberus is in fact going to sell me things!
Cerberus is a very well-trained dog.
Darn, I was hoping that when I select something, he'd go... "Arr, arr, arr."
All right, time to hear you talking about some other sort of illegal shipment. What is it, flamethrowers?
Huh? If you want a flamethrower or whatever, just let Cerberus know. He'll sell it to you. He's got the right eye. He can tell what customers he can sell to or not. Wouldn't be training if I just did everything for him. Make sure he gives you the right amount of change. Okay. I don't know whether to be frightened or impressed. Wait, I've never heard of a dog manning a storefront before.
Well, technically, he's dogging the storefront. He's not a man.
Hey, mind your business. Quit with your stupid jokes and go make sure he gives you the right change. You cough up the cash, we get you your stash. That is all there is to it. You got a problem with that? Who cares if you're being sold to by a dog or what? Can't wait till I meet her mom. Okay, I want to buy something.
Just to buy it from Cerberus?
But there's nothing I want. Here, I'll upgrade 5 tear bombs into a tira bomb. How about that? And then I'll upgrade 5 tira bombs into a Tyrol bomb.
Okay.
How about that? And then I will give him a Sepith Mass. Good boy! Goodest boy gives correct change and procures correct items. And he's only a puppy, too.
Uh-huh.
Well, she ran 9 volley when she was 10.
She was a puppy, too.
Hey there, Kurt. I feel like we've been spending a lot of time together lately. Hey, you alright? You look a bit pale. Oh, forgive me for worrying you. It would seem I'm a bit tired. It's been quite the busy day going through the keep and whatnot.
Plus what happened with Cedric.
I bet he's worried about Prince Cedric. Hey, Kurt. If you got some time, care to come with me? I know a great pick-me-up for when you're tired. It's called coffee. Huh? Fishing does not wake you up. Got one!
You caught some coffee! What is this, deadly premonition?
That could totally happen in Deadly Premonition. Or you could even fish up a screaming woman. Not bad! I got a Kasagan! If this were any other game, I'd use the Kasagan to catch a better fish! It seems you're quite skilled at this. There's no sign I'm likely to catch anything anytime soon. However, just standing here with a fishing pole is somehow quite enjoyable as it is. Right? Master Kafai used to take me fishing all the time back in the day. You know, I've never been able to really like fishing.
Me either.
I feel like I ought to, and I can sort of see the appeal, and I like the eating the fish part.
I hate sitting still.
I feel like I don't have a problem relaxing when I need to relax, but I can't relax if it feels like I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Now, I guess if I were actually listening to a really good podcast, I might enjoy that.
That makes sense.
The trembling of a wandering heart goes into the rod, travels along the string, and is sensed by the fish. Thus, fishing is perfect for both understanding and facing oneself. He'd always tell me that, but it literally makes no sense whatsoever and isn't even coherent. He's saying, the trembling of your heart is sensed by the fish. Thus, fishing is good for understanding yourself? But what does that have to do with the fish?
He just wanted to say I like fishing in a very sagey sort of way.
Look, the only problem I have with what he has to say is that there is a fish involved. What the fish thinks has nothing to do with any of this. Understanding and facing oneself and figuring out where the fish fits into all of this.
In your stomach.
You knew, right, Instructor Reed? About His Highness Cedric, how he's changed? Well, I had heard it from Princess Alphen during the military ceremony at the end of the Northern War. It's almost shocking how different he looks now. You hadn't seen His Highness in a while, right? Yes, the last time I'd visited him was when he was ill. My family was there that day to pay our farewells. It was the final day of our duties as the Vander family. When you were dismissed as the Imperial family's guardians. That decision was officially handed down in the middle of last year, right? I'm very interested in this. I mean, I get that it's basically just a way to punish the Vanders for their support of Oliver, who is Osborne's blatant rival.
Right.
Yes, at the time, His Highness was still kind and considerate. But I was so caught up with myself, I couldn't even notice what was happening to him. Perhaps I should have stayed by his side regardless of roles, just as he said. Kurt, do you regret coming here to the branch campus? Well, In the end, the decision to come here was mine alone, even if the reason behind it was not a positive one. However, that thought did occur to me when I met His Highness earlier. I suppose it's the wandering in my heart that's scaring off the fish. Then wander as much as you need to, Kurt. Wander until you find something.
Yeah.
Thinking back, Master Ka-Fai never stood in the way of my wandering. I wandered, I got lost so many times in my life, but I ended up here, along with my friends, each of whom had their own doubts and their own hearts. You might be a little lost now, but I know you'll find your path one day. You've been searching very hard. Wandering's fine as long as you got fellow wanderers by your side. Yuna, Altina, the students in the other classes, maybe even me. Huh. Wander as much as I need to.
I like that.
Well, it's the first time anyone's ever told me something like that. Ha! Hey, Kurt.
Like a giant octopus.
Oh, looks like you managed to catch one after all. Oh, wow, look at that whopper. Time to go to Barney's and tell everybody the story. Don't make fun of me, instructor. Well, this is more than enough to satisfy me for the time being.
Just takes the whole fish, pops it in his mouth.
I was literally thinking the same thing. In addition, it seems my eyes have finally been opened, if only a little. Until I figure things out with my family and His Highness, I'll do what you say. I'll wander as much as I need to. I will likely continue to cause you trouble until I can find my path, but I ask that you continue to assist me, instructor. Absolutely.
That's how adults should be around kids. Help them find their path, not tell them what it is.
Yeah, that was quite impressive, instructor. The difference between us in experience is night and day. That said, thank you for everything today. It's an honor to have you as my instructor. Of course, I'm always here to help you so long as you'll allow it.
They're doing it again, Allie.
Suspicious stare.
Something's fishy about this.
Oh, that was terrible. Now to see what Elliot wanted. I mean, I know what Elliot wanted. But I'm talking specifics, not bonding point spending.
I can't wait to see home. Hey, Reen, everything going all right? I'm currently on a train heading towards the capital. My Sutherland tour was a huge success. I'm so happy knowing that so many people got to listen to my music. Anyway, I've got some downtime till my next tour, so I figured I'd visit home. It'd be nice if I could see you too. Actually, it'd make more sense to drop by Leeds first since it's on the way. Oh, kidding.
Eh? Well, I'm glad his tour went well, but what did that last line mean?
I don't know.
If I recall, this is his first real break in a while. I hope he gets enough time to kick back and relax. It really would be nice if we could meet and catch up, but I'll be busy starting tomorrow. Well, maybe he wouldn't mind meeting today.
Hi, Reen. Got my message already?
Sure did. You still on the train to the capital? If you are, you really should drop by Leaves while you're on the way.
You sure? I was half kidding, but how can I say no to that? I should be there soon. So, do you think you could wait at the station?
Bizarrely, I'm actually like 15 feet away from it right now. See, it's right over there.
Leaves. It's got a pretty nice atmosphere. Kind of reminds me of Trista a little. On purpose, I'm sure.
It does remind me of Trista, but it's still pretty different. I think I like Trista more. Alright, I think I'll burp for like 3 minutes straight, now that I'm done with that, right? It's kind of comforting how similar it is. Gets me a bit nostalgic. Like you said, it's gotta be on purpose. Anyway, is there anywhere in particular you'd like to see? I'll give you the tour.
Well, since you're taking requests, I've got to see the branch campus. I've got to admit, I'm pretty curious what your new workplace is like.
I can't just leave you hanging then in that case. Let's get going.
So there's a music club, I hear?
It's not up to your standards, especially the singing.
Oh, so this is the branch campus. It looks so modern.
Doesn't it? It doesn't have the same sense of history you get from the main campus.
True, but it's got such a nice style to it, and I can see the functional beauty in the design. I like it. Standing here in front of the school makes me think back to our entrance ceremony.
Yeah, the same day we met.
Memories.
I know, so long ago.
All the memories come rushing back. Feels like it was just yesterday.
You're right. Hey, do you want to go say hi to Mint while you're here?
Oh, that's right. She's helping out here, isn't she? Do you think she'll be surprised to see me show up here out of the blue?
Who knows? I'll just ignore Rosine and Monk.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mint,
I thought maybe there was some shipping going on.
Mint, who was in the wind orchestra with him at the main campus, was overjoyed to see Elliot again and decided to tag along.
Thank goodness.
You owe me for this, Professor. You understand? Yeah, kind of different up on that side of the room, isn't it? Afterward, the three of them toured the classrooms and reminisced about their own school days while the school bathed in the setting sun.
Just ignoring Rosine and Monk.
Well, they were in the wind orchestra together,
I
so
know.
that's why.
Does that sound... music?
Oh, come on, Elliot! It's the Modern Music Club. Let's go check it out. No! This will the day trips!
What?
Da!
Yeah, that sounds closer to your lyrics. We're stopping again.
It's the melody line right there! There's no punched it!
I'll show you punch.
We need to make sure we're fixing any issues as they poop up!
What?
Poop! Make it sound easy.
It is easy to poop.
Valerie! Girls don't poop! That's what I learned!
Oh, Gustav, you sweet cinnamon bun. What if you added this melody?
Well, that sounded amazing, quite frankly, but we didn't have a violin. Hey, you helped us at Sutherland. You managed to get a rock sound like that for a wee violin?
Sorry to jump out of nowhere. It looked fun, so I just couldn't help but join in. I was in the wind orchestra at the main campus for a bit. Is it alright if I play with you guys?
Absolutely no bother, Chief! Fancy teaching us some of your tricks while you're at it?
Well, why not? Ooh, let me join too! It's been a while since I've gotten to play my flute!
Typical Elliot. I guess I can stay here and listen a bit. I don't know how you can do rock flute, but I don't see why not. And so began the jam session between Elliot, Mint, and the Modern Music Club. No one could decide who was worse at singing, Pablo or Mint. But eventually it came time for Elliot to leave, much to the chagrin of Pablo and Mint.
I'm impartial. Man, that was a blast. We even got Mint to join in too. Felt just like the old days back in wind orchestra.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a good time for Pablo and the others too. Thanks, Elliot.
You don't have to thank me. It was refreshing getting to play pieces I usually don't on tour.
I'm surprised you can even play intense rock music like that. I don't know why I say this.
Didn't we kind of perform a rock sort of thing at the festival?
What did Elliot do in that? Didn't he just like direct it and put it together? Did he?
I don't actually remember.
I don't remember if he played in it. I mean, of course he could have if he wanted to.
Hey, if Revenge of the Nerds has taught me anything, you can fit a violin in a rock concert.
Oh, violins are awesome. It's one of my favorite instruments. Really nice sound. So is that thanks to your time spent studying at the Imperial Music Academy?
Yeah, pretty much. I got to hear and play a bunch of instruments besides the violin while I was there. Besides, music is music, no matter the instrument. Music can cross the boundaries between different countries or ways of life and unite the hearts of many people.
It's kind of cheesy, and well, that is very cheesy, but it's also very true.
Well, I got it from Reem.
You really are amazing, Elliot. I know your tour across the Empire will be a huge success. Once things around here settle down, I definitely want to go to one of your concerts.
In that case, I'll make sure to reserve a special seat just for you. Everyone from our class, Evan, and your new students are welcome too, of course.
I'll be looking forward to it. Well, we finally got all the notes for somebody.
Excellent.
Oh, there you are, Randy. I was thinking of getting a quick workout in. We don't have a lot of time, but I figured it'd be good to train the kids a bit before the field exercises. I hear you got to spar with the principal earlier. Fancy a go against me? Oh, Randy. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm already over it. Cool as the other side of the pillow. I'd expect no less from you, Randy. He's not over it, but one of Randy's skills is denial. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but sometimes it's good to actually be able to push a lot of stuff off somewhere else and just don't even deal with it at all for a while.
Yeah.
And like I have said, thank goodness he's going with us.
Yeah.
Because we are not gonna be popular, but if he's there...
He could soften the blow, so to speak.
Yeah, he makes us look a lot better. Almost everybody in Crossbell should know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to talk to you guys, but I will anyway.
I only saw him from afar, but he was really quite dignified.
Oh, is Cedric your type, Muse? Then in that case, why don't you go get interested in him?
Even more so now than he was before.
Huh. Oh, no fair. I wanted to see him too.
Well, you need magic powers like mine. I mean...
From the sound of it, she spotted Crown Prince Cedric. I suppose he would stand out. And what's that before, anyway?
I got the impression he was looking for you, Instructor Rean. Do the two of you know each other, perhaps?
Does that mean? Oh, steamy springs of emotional boys!
The prince, scanning the crowd for his beloved hero. His eyes burning with admiration and something more.
Go on, I'm listening. I need to leave. Now. Door located. Full speed ahead! Looks like you're having a hard time in your club too, huh?
Huh, you too, Gustav? Trying something new is never easy, and they keep wanting me to put on a dress.
Yeah, but that makes it more worthwhile.
Yes, that's true. Let's both really work at it.
Kyrie, did something just happen to your voice?
It's the voice of a proud Erebonian man.
Bathing time.
Who's it gonna be?
I don't know. Who is it gonna be? Really, we've kind of gone through quite a lot of characters at this point.
Yeah, but they'll probably repeat or have combinations or I don't know.
Maybe it'll be the principal. That'd be nice. As long as it's not the professor. At least we got Muse out of the way.
She might come back.
Okay, nobody here, just like I thought. I guess most of the students hit the baths before dinner, before bed, or first thing in the morning. Is that you, Altina? Yeah, what a coincidence. Perhaps I should come over there and wash your bath. I think you've been hanging out with a certain someone too much lately. But instructor, I'm just trying to serve you. Isn't that how it goes?
Something skinship? I don't know.
I can feel the stress from my body being alleviated. As far as I'm concerned, that's the best part of bathing. That and getting yourself clean, of course. Yes, showers are more efficient for cleaning, but I now understand why you advised me to try the bath. That's good to hear. I remember
Do you, though?
I remember you mentioning you only ever take showers. I don't recommend staying in the hot water too long, but you really should make a habit out of taking baths. What? I mean, I like them too, but why? I'll think about it. You really are weirdly insistent, though.
Well, the hot springs at his hometown.
Oh, fair point.
Kind of biased.
Okay, no, I can accept that. Do you have some sort of ulterior motive, says the girl who just offered to wash your back? Of course not.
Well, she doesn't think like that.
My hometown's all about hot springs, remember? It's just like Billy said. You've seen it yourself when you came to attack. Oh yeah, I guess I did. sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
You know, when you came to kidnap my sister and the princess?
Anyway, though they're not quite as good as hot springs, I am still a big advocate of baths. They're especially useful when you're tired from training, like from today's keep trial, for example. Wait, why do you mention that? Well, you just looked a little tired during the trial is all. I got the impression you'd been training this morning too, right?
Especially since I followed you out there and saw you do it.
Well,
Although I guess we didn't keep that.
We didn't keep that one.
Okay, fair point.
I won't deny it. Bathing actually does feel pretty nice. A little nostalgic.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Being in a glass tube filled with liquid.
Altina, it's good to relax, but be sure to avoid drowning, okay? It does weird stuff to your blood pressure, so strange things can happen right after, too. Thank you for the advice. It seems I needed to recover from more fatigue than estimated. Well, I'm glad the bath helped. Oh, and I thought you might enjoy this. I'm giving you milk!
All right, then.
Oh. You can get pretty steamed up after a nice hot bath, so this is a perfect way to cool down. Give it a try. Understood. Commencing traditional cool-down beverage. I guess you're psyching yourself up? There were a few more in the fridge, so maybe I'll grab one myself. Well, nothing much that we really learned, other than that Altina and Milliam seem to have some sort of deep-seated, not nostalgia, but something like that. Get a sense from floating in the womb.
Memory? She took the milk and poured it into the mug.
So this is strawberry milk. It's milk that comes from a pink cow. Well, it seems like you're enjoying it. Yes, it's much sweeter and tastier than I expected. Why didn't you tell me about it before now? I could have experienced this pleasure at other points throughout my life had I known. I mean, it's not like I was hiding it from you. I suppose I can forgive you this time. Thank you. Later that night. What a day. Our next field exercises are in Crossbell, and we'll need to look after a VIP inspection team on top of that. Randy acted like it was no big deal, but I need to tell Yuna about it tomorrow. She's got to get ready for it. It's 9 p.m. Abendtime will be on soon, and since I mentioned that, perhaps that means something is going to happen. I should call Machias and tell him about the field exercises, too. Oh, it started. Guess the intelligence division hasn't been able to catch her yet. I have very mixed feelings about that.
Good evening, dear listeners. It's 9 p.m. on May 14th, and you are tuned in to Radio Trista. It's about that time again. Time for Abendtime, that is. The Lino flowers have been scattered to the winds, and the weather has been just right these past few days. This is the time of year where many people start their new lives. But with a new life comes some wistfulness for the past.
You don't say!
Could they be making it any more clear?
This is apparently a time of year where people are starting new lives with some wistfulness for the past.
When I start feeling like that, I find a little weekend trip is the best way to shake things up. Celtic and Jirai will always hold a special place in my heart for their unrivaled shopping options. But the place I'd like to talk about today is Crossbell City.
Oh, yeah?
Are you trying to, set something up here, Vita?
Things were a bit rough there for a while, but it's in much better shape now. In fact, as of last year, it's the top travel spot for domestic vacations. Not only are they famous for their cutting-edge technology, but who doesn't love Mishy, the adorable mascot of Michelin Wonderland? I, for one, have a huge weakness for Mishy souvenirs. I've collected way too many as is, yet I still catch myself pining for them in gift shops. I hear Crossbell's department stores even have entire shops dedicated to Mishy. Oh, I'd just love to visit sometime. My wallet, on the other hand.
Oh, come on! Your salary in Ouroboros has got to be good.
Anyway, next up, we have some letters to read. The Princess is an Angel writes to us from Heimdall.
That was a little on the nose, wasn't it? After the radio program was over, Reen contacted Machias. They talked about Abend time, Misty's reappearance, and the upcoming field exercises.
I have to say, Misty still got it. She's so elegant, yet with just the right touch of playfulness. Almost makes me forget she's an immensely powerful witch.
By design, I'm sure.
I hear you. She's the same as ever, whatever that means. But yeah, Crossbell City, huh? The timing's too good to be true. Not to mention, you'll be there for your business trip as well.
Looks like my info proved accurate.
Where'd you get that from, anyway?
Though we'll be there at around the same time as the inspection team, we'll be doing our own inspections separate from them. Now, I'm sure we'll both be up to our ears in work, but would you be able to make some time to meet up?
Would you be able to make some time to join my party for a dungeon or two?
Also, I totally want Machias and Dudley in the team at the same time. So we can have heavy gun-using, dark bluey greeny hair people with glasses wearing dark clothes in the party at the same time. That would be so cool. Like, seriously, Dudley has the coolest S-craft. Yeah, of course. Let's keep each other posted. Oh, and by the way, you don't happen to know who will be on the inspection team, do you?
Well, due to the nature of our work, the government doesn't really go out of its way to send us info like that.
That makes sense. I mean, he's essentially the corruption hunter.
Yeah.
I've got a few guesses, but I'll hold off on speculation for now. About the Crown Prince. His transformation is popular water cooler conversation here in Heimdall, but I'm surprised to hear he tried to pull you out of the branch campus.
I'm starting to feel like maybe I was a little too harsh with him.
No, the way he was reacting near the end.
Reen wasn't the one that was harsh.
I feel like you could have been harsher, actually.
I'd like to talk with him again if I get the chance. Alright, so maybe this is a little abrupt.
But that's how we started this episode.
And how we ended the last one. Consistency! No, in all seriousness, the important stuff is about to start.
Yeah, so this is a good time to stop it.
And there's been a lot of long ones lately. So deal with it! And if you don't like it, then, sorry. Come watch the next one, though. No, really, bye, guys. It'll be really awesome next time. We're done with all the casual stuff. Let's get to fighting robots and a kind of long-awaited and perhaps very sad tour of Crossbell City. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that.
I feel like I should make a comment, but I've never been to Crossbell, so there you go. Awkward ending Mark II, launch! We need a better launch system.